building faith and building character with God, right? I know we all go through a lot of stuff. We go through things like heartache, hardship, whatever, and it's always something bad. It's always something bad we go through. It's like, oh, so sad, and God, just help me, please. Oh, I'm struggling through this thing. And I'm not saying it's as if I don't struggle or haven't struggled, with things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gone through struggles. I've had struggles in my life, dealing with different aspects and characteristics in my life, and outward, worldly, materialistic, or natural man stuff. And I've struggled with inner man stuff. But I'll be trying to get this inner man together for real, because this person, whole, I'll take care of that in a minute. I'm taking care of it right now, but I don't want to say I'll put it off. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, as I'm working a little bit, this is more important to me, because when this be together, all that's going to be together. But I got to be able to function in it properly for it to really need to do what it's going to do. So, and while I'm out here, no matter where I'm at, whatever location that God send me, I'm talking to people. I'm in my bag. I'm spreading seed. Anyway, I want to tell y'all a funny story that I think is pretty funny. And it was a teaching lesson that God gave me that didn't necessarily have anything to do with a struggle. So, because God builds faith and character, friends don't just talk about struggles. They talk about happy times and joyous moments and things like that. So anyway, this one time I was dating this guy. This is in my heavy days, in my when I was just in a realm of just heavy, low frequency thinking, being, acting, because I didn't care. I was going through all the stuff that I was going through. I was coming out. I was learning of God, but I was still in I really didn't care mode, but I was still learning and taking stuff in. And as I was taking stuff in, stuff was changing and falling off. So a lot of stuff in me that God had to get rid of, because I had been doing a lot of stuff my whole life, but whatever. My story. So I was dating this guy in this realm of this low frequency mind thinking. So obviously he had a low frequency mind, and he thought like that too. And and we was playing chess at my house. I was irritated with this guy, and he had pissed me off a bunch of times, just doing stuff that just didn't make sense, doing stuff to me that was harmful to me. Because not just doing stuff, people do stuff, ain't nobody perfect, but he was doing harmful things to me, and I didn't like it, because you got me messed up. It's unconditional. Yes, it is. But it ain't stupid. And it's not, and I'm not beat. So, we was at my house playing chess one day, and I was just like praying to God, talking to God in my heart. I was like, God, this ninja got me messed up. He don't know who I am. I'm your daughter. I'm your child. And he gonna talk to me like that. He gonna treat me like that. He gonna do that to me. You got me messed up. I'm talking to God in my head. I'm not saying this to the guy. I'm just like, oh, you gonna play chess? Yeah, sure. And you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, I've played chess before. Like, I got nephews and nieces that are like chess champions, like national chess champions. You know what I'm saying? I want to say one of them actually, did a world something. You know what I'm saying? I know I should know this, but I have over 50 nieces and nephews. I know the basis of the majority of all the stuff I need to know concerning them, and I know them, and we're all cool and we're all good. But sometimes Auntie don't know everything, and she don't see everything, because Auntie be everywhere else and doing whatever else. Anyway, but they love me and I love them. So anyway, chess. I don't really know how to play chess, for real. Like, I don't even know all the concepts of chess. Like, there's a concept about the rook and the bishop can switch positions or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Or it's not the knight. I think it's the bishop. And the one, I think the ones that's closest to the king and queen can switch positions with the person, the rook on the outside that goes. So I know the directions that they can go, and I know the amount of spaces they can move at a time in a pattern, whatever. And so I know that part. I haven't played chess, but I have understanding of things, right? And at this time in my life, I didn't know I had understanding of things. I did, but I didn't really operate in it because I was in an I didn't care mode. So maybe I didn't truly, I did, that's the lie. I believed it, but I wasn't operating in it as much, like taking the opportunity to operate in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but God was showing me and teaching me, and at this time I really wouldn't have been beneficial to nobody trying to really do nothing because I was in low frequency. I can get to another position and be in low frequency and start doing dumb-ish in that position that I was doing over here in this position because of the low frequency that I'm trying to raise up out of, right? Because I never want to make my father look bad, ever. Anyway, back to this guy. We're playing chess at my house. And I'm praying in my heart, and I'm just like, man, God, this guy got me messed up, and I don't really like him right now. And he talking all this smack too, like basically you a dumb girl and you don't know how to play chess, and I'm about to whoop your butt, and we gonna do 2-3. I'm just gonna do 2-3 games out of you, like you doing me a favor. In my head, I was like, you know what, Lord? He talking to me crazy. You see what he's been doing? You see this? And this man, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm not saying what he did, but trust and believe, it was legit crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Legit crazy stuff. At this time, I smoked weed and everything, and I drank, and whatever the case may be. I didn't really drink because drinking had already fell off, but I was still smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely still smoking weed at that time, and you know what I'm saying? And he did other stuff like actual drugs, and I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Well, we just gonna leave that there. And I feel like one time he put something in my weed, and I was I was offended. I was like harshly offended. Like, am I acting like that dumb girl for real? Like, am I being hurt for real? Like, that's crazy, Lord. So in this mindset, I still got to understand this mindset. God don't put no more on us than we can bear. The word says that. And even at this time, I was speaking scripture and speaking into people's lives and stuff, y'all don't understand, praying, and stuff was changing and happening, and stuff was happening because and God was showing me stuff and giving me real understanding and visions. And I was just like, and I was low frequency like this, but I was still seeking him to come out of this low frequency. I guess I had a lot of stuff in me. You know what I'm saying? Back to this chess game, and this man is talking all this smack, and my blood is boiling. Like, you gonna stop talking to me, like you, because what I'm trying to save you from is all of what I know to read the mess out of you and hurt your feelings and make you cry. But that's not in me to do. So I said, God, kind of is, but it was at that time, I would say. But God was removing these things from me. So I would say, not at this moment. I said, God, please show me how to play this game so I can whoop this ninja behind, because I can't take him talking to me like he done lost his mother flipping mind. So God was like, I said, Oof. And I felt it, and it said, Oof. And all of a sudden my vision opened up, and I knew how to play this chess game. And I was like, I was seeing the whole thing happening, how it was supposed to happen. So we played 2 out of 3 games. This is how God got a sense of humor. He know me. I love him so much. So we played 2 out of 3 games. We played the first game. I won. I can go through a whole long story, but I've been talking for a long time. I won, and I got cocky. And I was like, nigga, I cut your head off. And I was on one side of the table, and he was on the other side. And I jumped up like a ninja, and I put my sword behind me, and I ran around the table and ran up behind him. And I put my sword up, chopped his head off. And that pissed him off, because I was clowning him, like, you talked all that smack and I won. And he was like, all right, 2-3 other games, you must have cheated or whatever. I don't know how I could cheat, but whatever. So then we played the second game, and I lost. And God immediately said in my spirit, don't be cocky. And I said, oh, okay, Lord. And then we played the first game. I won within a few moves too. Let me add that. Second game, we played down to the wire, and he got me. My king was running all by himself. And then the last one, we got down to the wire, but then I caught him out there slipping and got checkmate. Lesson in not being cocky and being humble. But I thought it was funny